Good morning, viewers. We are here at Palmis Farm with Mr. Ramdeo Boondoo, the farmer who would have been the recipient of the Chaconia Medal Gold at this year's National Awards. Mr. Boondoo here has a variety of sweet potatoes, and he's here to tell us all about his passion and love for farming. Good morning, Mr. Boondoo.
Morning. This business started in 1962. I was a student at Federal RC School. Right for the independence celebration, the principal had a get together with everybody in the class. And he asked the question, he said, all those who are happy that we're independent, to raise by showing the hand. I didn't raise my hand. And he noticed that, and he came to me afterwards and said, well, Ramdeo, you didn't raise your hand. Why? So I say, I am happy that we are independent, but I am concerned that a nation that cannot feed itself is not independent. Right?
And this is at what age?
At the age of 13.
Right.
Yeah. And from that time now, everybody making comments and everybody has solution to the problem, but nobody working towards the solution. Everybody could talk, but talk is cheap. So from that age, I say, well, look, listen, you see me? I am not going to talk the talk. I'm going to do more than that. I'm going to walk the talk. Hence, I went back paid more attention to the family garden and all this sort of thing. But while going through that, you're looking at, we had the old varieties, that some of them bore stigma, because people, just after the World War, people had to eat that every day, and it was a stigma. And when I look, I say, well, look, we have to cater for the young people, because the young people are the majority consumers. And we can't give them the same thing that we have problem with. They wouldn't eat it. So you have to make it look sexy. So that's why you see I started the work on creating new varieties and new cultivars in the cassava, sweet potato and whatnot. As you see here, this is a new variety, right?
Do you have names for all of them?
No, well, right now this is a long and tedious process that you go through elimination, because what you see on the ground here is two rows with seedlings. I extract seeds after I do the hybridization, and I put them in. Now with this now we have to put them in the actual field. When you put them in the field now, you have to go through now, and when they bear and see which one is suitable, which one attractive, the whole long thing you go through, and then you eliminate that not so nice, so good, and you keep it and you put them out. This is a top seller. This is the UV14, the top seller. Because the shape, you see it's sexy, right? It's the eye that buy, So when the eye sees something like this, it encourages you to buy. But if you see it's like some of the ugly ones, and it's not me buying that.
Right.
So the whole thing. So that's what I try to be. This is one of the other varieties too, and because we're going towards healthy eating. So this have the carrot color. It carry a lot of beta carotene.
Right.
Right. Which is a health food. So if you're talking about eating healthy, you want to eat healthy food, right? The traditional one that we have, the chicken foot. The problem with that is it cannot tolerate the different weather temperature. It reacts to it, and hence you get the shape, the oblong shape, the ugly shape, and whatnot. These do not. So in the elimination process, I go through these that survive that condition. The other thing is that you have the varieties, the old varieties. When you peel it, if you do dip it right away in water, it tends to get black, right? It's oxidized. Now you have to use chemical to prevent the oxidation. Now the whole thing about it, you can't say healthy eating and you put chemical, right? So that's where I eliminate. I don't grow a variety, period. Right?
So these don't get black when you peel them?
No. You see how long I have it here?
Right.
See?
Right.
It remains. This could remain whole day. It might just dry out a little, but it would.
So they have a better shelf life as well?
Better shelf life and everything. Shape, and it will learn to value addition processing.
Okay.
And this is the way we have to go. You have to go to the agro processing mode that you utilize. So when you have your price low and whatnot, you have your stuff that you could package in fries, logs, and even in raw, but you wash and you put in package and you put in the grocery, right? Because the young people and the working people don't want to have to come to wash out mud from potato or cassava or whatever. So hence this is what I actually do. This is a nice variety, this is a purple variety, as you see.
Wow.
Yeah. And this one, if you Google the sweet potato and you look at the purple, they will tell you how much the benefits of using this, right? Antioxidants, you have a lot of antioxidant, is cancer, is a cancer preventative agent, and all this sort of thing, right?
So more the health conscious people.
Health conscious. That's what I had it on. You just don't want to eat, you want to eat the right things.
Right.
Apparently that I doing, and I recently 3 years going to 74, right? So I think it's working. We want to use this to replace the beet.
Okay.
Right? This is done locally, and we replace the beet with it.
Cut down any foreign exchange.
Right, just save the foreign exchange. Because my whole motto is consume locally what you produce, and you conserve foreign exchange. You might be able to earn, but what is the difference between earning and conserving?
So if you were to encourage someone to get into this type of farming, what would you say would be the capital output for, let's say, a 2-acre plot, and what would be your possible returns if you make that kind of investment?
If you invest in 2 acres, your investment in that around maximum $20,000 in 2 acres, right? And you could earn, after you clear your expenses, you could earn up $15,000-$20,000
Profit.
And when you deposit all your things.
But it's a lot of hard work.
Yeah, well, the easier work is to go and stick up somebody, right? But then that have the consequences. The consequences is that you live long, you produce something good, you're strong, right? So it's only plus. Well, I was so happy that this award was the second highest in the country, right? Preceded by the ORTG, and those guys deserve that, right? I sat there with doctors, professors, and what. We had 2 common man there, and I wouldn't say common, inverted commas, right? Common is so much of a bad word. We were human beings there, and we excelled in our own field. The only thing I'm missing is a doctorate, right? But I sat there. I feel so proud to do that, right? This is the second time that happened. I did a chapter in a book with UV Sustainable Practices for Food Production in the Caribbean. And in that book, everybody was PhD, MA, MSc, BSc, professor, and my title was MR. You understand? But I feel humble and I feel proud to be there. And it's the same thing with this, I feel proud. And it was long overdue that a farmer had to be recognized. But the thing about it, farmer never go the length. I went the length. It wasn't easy, right? You had a lot of things, and most of the time the authorities didn't support you much, and you were criticized, and you will look at, well, basically sometimes they look as if I crazy, they appear that if I crazy, but I know that I wasn't crazy. I know I was going to achieve all these things. And people still don't believe that we produce our own material. They say I bring it from the plane. You understand?
So this is by experimenting.
Experiment. Each one of these roots here, you can see different ones here, right? Each one is a seedling. You see, and you're going to go inside, you see different colors. It's seedling. You do the crossbreeding, you do the hybridization, and you harvest the seed and you set them. Then you come, you put them in the ground here. You start to harvest plant from them and you put them out in sectors. Seedling to the fruit, basically you look about 8 months a year. Right?
It's a long-term crop.
It's a long term, but when after that, no, the crop is 3 months, 3.5 months.
Okay, so you reaping for that whole period.
Yeah. Right. So everything good takes time, eh? It don't happen quickly. Right? There's patience, a lot of patience, dedication, and what have driving me is the passion behind this thing. Right?
So you believe in the saying that if you do a job that you love, you don't really work.
No, you don't work. I did a presentation in Atalogjack and I met the old man Sabra there. And he said that, and that's stuck in my head. Because he said that if you do what you love, you don't have to work one day in your life. Right? And that stuck in my head. I don't feel tired when I done it. You understand? I feel a little down and after I take half an hour rest, I'm ready to go again. But you see the whole thing about you psychologically happy.
Is there anything like a day off for you?
No. Plants don't take day off. Plants and animals don't take day off. You have to come here. On Sunday morning I don't do a full day work. But I'll come here, look to my plants, talk to my plants and them, you know, see what is the problem, you know. I do that. I do a little bit of work and I run back home.
So you have a problem with the African snail?
Yes, plenty. It's an island-wide problem. And we're hoping, we raise preliminary. I'm concerned with the minister and well, I saw they put $3 million aside for the budget. And we have proposal to put to them that
to help eliminate it.
To help eliminate it. So eliminate all control.
Right.
Right?
All right.
So I hope this happens. And I hope what I'm doing here, it gives an impetus to other people, the younger people. Now my focus merely going through this thing, trying to spread this word to the young people. Right? There is nothing negative in this. This is positive. Right?
So some of the problems that traditional farmers or a lot of farmers in Trinidad talk about is issue of land tenure, predial larceny, flooding. Well, of course you're on a hill, so you wouldn't suffer the issues of flooding.
Yeah, why on this hill? Because we get flooded down in the Chaconia area. So I had to do so to bring up my varieties up here to save them. Right? Think about it, it's a perennial problem, and I want to say, and without parents' favor, without condemnation of anybody, all the authorities, all government, PNN, UNC, NAR, everybody, they feel in this same aspect. It's a recurring decimal all the time. Nobody is just piecemeal, you know. The assemblies wonder, you know, something happened and just come, you do a little thing bow and you're gone.
So you don't think agriculture is getting the priority that it deserves?
No, it's a big no. We need to get due the priority. And the whole thing about it, I want to go on record as saying, I heard the Prime Minister say that they don't want to go into agriculture. We in the private sector don't want the government going into agriculture. They never succeeded. None of the government ever succeeded. What we want them to be is the facilitators. You facilitate. The same thing that you mentioned about the roads, the land tenure, predial larceny, pest and disease like this one here, the COSA inputs. You do that. That's your job. You could do that. You understand? Like the processor, the agro processor, you know, you give them incentive. I see they're doing that now with the Ministry of Trade. You give them incentive to do the processing. We the farmers don't want to do the processing. Let us be the producers and supply it to the processors.